Good morning from the Protos newsroom. The date today is Monday, the 22nd of February, and you're listening to the Protos Daily. These are the headlines this morning. Bitcoin's market cap has officially broken the $1 trillion mark, meaning it's now 10% as valuable as gold. North America's first ever Bitcoin ETF achieved a trading volume of nearly $400 million just days after launch, and South Korean crypto traders will face new tariffs when reworked tax regulations come into play next year. At the current time of publication, Bitcoin is trading at $53,800, down 4.8% for the day. Crypto.com's CRO token has been the best top 20 performer for the day, up 72%, while the Binance coin has been the worst, down 14%. And now I'm going to pass it on to Jamie Lowe, who's going to be reading you today's news.
It's been coming, but now Bitcoin's market capitalization has officially broken the $1 trillion mark, which, according to research from The Block, puts it at 10% of the market cap for gold. The currency's cap hit $1.1 trillion as its price per coin topped $57,000. However, as impressive as these numbers are, there's still a way to go before it even comes close to gold's $10 to $11 trillion. Crypto's second biggest market capitalization comes courtesy of Ethereum, which stands at nearly $211 billion. Ether broke its all-time high last Friday, which at the time saw its market cap break an even more impressive $225 billion. These numbers represent a massive jump for Bitcoin over the past 12 months. Only a year ago, Bitcoin's cap stood at $150 billion before climbing dramatically at the back end of the year to reach nearly 4 times that amount by early 2021. Then, in the past month alone, its overall value has jumped by more than $400 billion. Pompliano once said that BTC will exceed gold in less than a decade. The way things are going, we wouldn't rule it out. Canada has once again cemented its place at the forefront of innovation in finance. North America's first Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, the Purpose Bitcoin ETF, has taken off in a big way, hitting a trading volume of nearly $400 million in the 2 days after its launch on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Canada's ETF market might be smaller than in the US, but a more open-minded regulatory body breeds innovation. After all, Canada did launch what most consider to be the first modern ETF, the Toronto 35 Index Participation, way back in 1990. The country also saw another fund, Evolve, approved just a day after Purpose Bitcoin's ETF. This is in stark contrast to the US, where the SEC has rejected multiple applications for a Bitcoin-based fund, saying that prices can be manipulated and liquidity is insufficient. However, while Canada may have launched the first ever ETF, the market in the US is now about 27 times bigger. To put it into perspective, there's around $70 billion in Canadian bond ETFs, but that's dwarfed by the $1.1 trillion and counting in the States. If and when a Bitcoin ETF finally arrives in the US, growth could be explosive. From next year, South Korean crypto investors who make more than 2.5 million won from trading will face a 20% tax. The first 2.5 million won, that's equivalent to $2,260, is tax-free, but any gains above and beyond that will be subject to the tariff, which will also hit crypto received in the form of inheritance or gifts. However, when it comes to an asset as volatile as cryptocurrency, people are naturally questioning exactly how the government will decide what its cut will be. Well, according to the Korea Herald, the price of the asset will be calculated on the basis of the daily average price for 1 month before and 1 month after the date of inheritance or gift in question. But Bitcoin investors have been raising concerns over the heavier taxes to be imposed on cryptocurrency trading compared with stock investment. Despite the heavy levy, crypto interest is soaring in South Korea, and the government is struggling to figure out how exactly to deal with a new asset class. A new regulatory framework is due to take effect in March, adding crypto exchanges to the list of financial organisations that are obliged to use information security management systems, real name account requirements, and anti-money laundering measures. The Seoul government is acting fast on the back of a Bitcoin boom, and local exchange BitThumb saw a 760% growth in new registrations in January compared to the previous year. Time for another whale alert now, and in the past day, Coinbase has seen more than $1 billion moved into several unknown wallets. Yesterday, 13,204 Bitcoin left the exchange in 36 separate transactions, and the previous day saw 4,501 Bitcoin transferred into a single unknown wallet. These recent transactions have got people talking, and speculation is rife as to who is exactly behind them. It could be anything from an investor investing to a scammer scamming. But as Bitcoin's bull run continues, driven largely by increasing institutional interest from the likes of Tesla and BlackRock, such transactions appear to be becoming more and more common. Just last month, for example, more than 15,200 coins were transferred from Coinbase Pro, a move that CryptoQuant CEO Kai Young-ju called the strongest bullish signal.
Thank you all for listening. To stay up to date with the latest from the world of crypto, make sure you subscribe to the Protos Daily on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other major podcast providers.